Probably me, what I do in football, because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tony, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football.
Shannon, he was compared to Shohei Ohtani. Do you agree with Hunter there?
It's more physically demanding because, like you said, football is a more physically demanding sport than the game of baseball. But I think what Shohei is doing is more difficult because I think we can only chronicle maybe two players that did it at this level. That's Babe Ruth, that's Shohei Ohtani. We've seen a lot of, hell, Troy Brown played offense and defense for the Patriots. You remember that, Stephen A? You remember that, Ocho?
Yeah,
he was a wide receiver, and then he would come in on nickel packages and play over the slot. We saw Time Dude. We saw Brian Jordan. Look, I've talked to two of the 5 greatest athletes I believe that's ever walked the face of the earth. That's Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. And both of those guys say the hardest thing to do is to hit a baseball. Right now, nobody is hitting a baseball better than Shohei Ohtani. Now, they say, you know what, Shohei, we need you to take the mound. Now he's your number one pitcher on damn near any franchise. So to be the number one pitcher and the number one hitter, the overall best player in baseball, I think what Shohei is doing is far greater. Now, is it more physically demanding? No. But what Shohei is doing, for me, I believe is more difficult than what Travis is doing.
It's almost uncomparable. I got to get Travis Hunter in a batting cage. I got to get him in a batting cage. Not even anybody pitching, just the machine. Let a fastball come at you 95 miles an hour. Athletically gifted as you are, I want to see you try and hit it. So you get a better understanding.
Yeah.
The comparison is not even close. The two most difficult things in life are hitting the baseball and keeping a woman happy long term. The two most difficult things in life. You hear me? Very. So the fact they even compared the two, now I understand. Listen, I understand it's physically grueling to be able to play both sides of the ball. And I don't think Travis Hunter also understands when you get to the NFL, everybody's elite. Everybody's great. Everybody's running 4.3. Everybody just as gifted as you are. So it's going to be a different ball game despite. But the one thing you do need that I love that Travis Hunter has, I got confidence.
Right.
I believe in me. I believe I can do it. So that alone got you ahead of the curve.
Listen, I think both you and Shay are right. It's obviously harder physically.
Yeah.
Physically, with what Travis Hunter's talking about. But when you're talking about skill-wise, what's more difficult is hitting the pitch. My only thing is, my only conflict with what Shannon had to say is when he talked about nobody's hitting the baseball better than Shohei Ohtani. Well, damn it. That ain't necessarily true. That damn Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts blasted my Yankees in the World Series better than Shohei Ohtani did. I wish they had hit like Shohei Ohtani did in the World Series. Yankees might be champions right now.
Dodgers fans, get ready because a bombshell just dropped on MLB Network's Hot Stove, and what was revealed could completely change the future of our team. Inside sources indicate that Dave Roberts has already made a bold decision, one that could impact not just the 2025 roster, but also how the Dodgers approach team building moving forward. If you're a die-hard fan and want to know what's happening behind the scenes in Los Angeles, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Now, let's get right into it. Segment 1, the leak in Dave Roberts' vision. This news came as a shock to many, but it looks like Dave Roberts is willing to make some tough calls to shape the team according to his vision. According to the Hot Stove report, Roberts has expressed dissatisfaction with certain players and is looking to make strategic trades. But what's really turning heads is not just the fact that he wants to shake up the roster, it's who he's looking to move. And perhaps even more interesting, what does this say about the team's strategy for the upcoming seasons? Are the Dodgers shifting toward a more aggressive win-now mentality, or is this a sign of a deeper rebuild in the works? Segment 2, Chris Taylor, a veteran without a spot. The first name on this list is Chris Taylor. Yes, him. The player who has given us so many iconic moments in Dodgers history could be on his way out of Los Angeles. According to reports, Roberts no longer sees a place for Taylor in the current roster. His age and recent decline in performance are working against him. We can't forget how clutch Taylor has been, especially in the playoffs, but it seems like the Dodgers are looking to refresh the roster, and he could be one of the first to go. One key factor to consider is Taylor's versatility. He's been a Swiss Army knife for the Dodgers, playing multiple positions across the infield and outfield. However, with younger players emerging and a potential shift in the team's lineup philosophy, does his ability to move around the field still hold the same value? Additionally, his contract situation might play a role. Would trading Taylor open up payroll flexibility for the Dodgers to make a bigger move in free agency? These are crucial aspects to keep in mind. Segment 3, James Outman, a promising player who stalled. The second name on the list might surprise some, but not those who have been closely following the season. James Outman, who burst onto the scene as a big prospect and won over the fans, might be on the trade block. The issue? Simple, he hasn't been able to deliver consistent performances. Outman started strong and showed flashes of a player who could be a key part of the Dodgers' future, but his recent struggles raised questions about his ceiling. Has he reached his limit? Roberts seems to think so. That's why he's open to including him in potential trades to strengthen other areas of the team. But let's dive deeper into Outman's case. Is this a matter of mechanics, confidence, or simply an overestimation of his potential? Some scouts have noted that Outman's approach at the plate has been exploited by MLB pitchers who have adjusted to his weaknesses. If that's the case, could additional coaching and adjustments help him regain form, or has he plateaued as a player? Trading a young, athletic outfielder with power and defensive skills is always a gamble, especially if he breaks out after leaving Los Angeles. Segment 4, Bobby Miller, a pitcher who didn't develop. And now comes perhaps the most controversial part of this leak. Bobby Miller, one of the most promising pitchers the Dodgers have developed in recent years, is also rumored to be on the trade list. That's right. Despite arriving in the MLB with huge expectations, his inconsistent performances have raised doubts within the coaching staff. Many expected him to become a cornerstone of the starting rotation, but it seems like his progression hasn't been as expected. And if Roberts is already considering trading him, that could mean the team has lost faith in his long-term potential. However, moving on from Miller so soon would be a major risk. Young pitchers often take time to develop fully, and Miller has shown flashes of brilliance when he's in rhythm. Could his struggles be a result of workload management, mechanical tweaks, or simply the learning curve of being a major league starter? If the Dodgers part ways with him, what kind of return would they be looking for? Would it be a move to acquire a more established pitcher, or is this a shift toward bolstering the farm system for future prospects? Segment 5, what does this mean for the Dodgers? If these trades actually happen, what can we expect from the Dodgers' future? The team is clearly looking for a targeted rebuild, swapping players who are no longer part of the long-term plan for pieces that can contribute immediately. But this also raises some key questions. Are the Dodgers making the right call by giving up on these players now? Have they really hit their ceiling, or could they still develop with more time and adjustments? Is Roberts being pragmatic or premature? Another layer to this discussion is how these moves align with the broader landscape of the National League. The Dodgers are in constant competition with teams like the Braves and Phillies, both of whom have stacked rosters built for deep playoff runs. If the Dodgers trade away these players, what are the realistic expectations for who they bring in? Would this signal an even bigger move, such as a trade for an ace or a power bat to solidify the lineup? Dodgers fans, this is one of those stories that hits hard, right? You can't hear something like this and not have a strong opinion. Do you agree with this possible decision from Dave Roberts? Would you trade these players, or do you think they still have something to offer the Dodgers? And more importantly, what do you think this means for the team's championship window? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on our team. See you in the next video. Go Dodgers!